y'all, Desiree here. I've got a quick little sequence today for my prenatal friends. Of course, you do not have to be pregnant to do this stuff. This yoga will still feel good on a non-pregnant body. So just make sure that you do check with your doctor before beginning any exercise program, please. Just so you know where I am, I will be 34 weeks in a couple days, so we're getting close. Yeah, let's do it. If you have yoga blocks, go ahead and grab those, just in case we need them. And we are going to start in table pose. So go ahead and come to hands and knees directly under your hips. Hands are just to the outsides of your shoulders. They might even be a little further forward of your shoulders if that feels better for you. Make sure your hands are spread wide and you're pressing down into all four corners of your palm. So we're going to stay in table pose in a neutral spine. So no arching of the back right now and no rounding. I just want it to be in a nice neutral position. And as we inhale, I want you to think about expanding your belly and your ribs. And as we exhale, pull your belly button toward your spine, letting the ribs come down. Inhale, let everything expand, maybe even relaxing the pelvic floor. And exhale, pull the belly button in. Engage your pelvic floor as you do this. So we're going to do a few more of these, just breathing in this quadruped position. Inhale. And exhale. So think of your diaphragm as a balloon. So we'll inflate the balloon as we inhale and deflate as we exhale. Good, one more time, inhale, everything expands. And exhale. Nice. From here, I want you to untuck your toes, bring your feet together, knees apart, and we'll settle back into child's pose. So if this feels good for you, you can go there. For me, I prefer to be slightly elevated right now. It just feels better for me. So I like to come to my forearms on blocks. And we'll just settle here for a few breaths. Maybe even wiggling side to side a little to get your belly through your thighs. Whatever feels good for you. Take another breath here. Nice. Good, so let's go back to table so you can move your blocks out of the way. And actually you can use your blocks in table if that feels better for you. It'll elevate you slightly, bringing the floor closer to you. So if that feels good, go ahead and do that. So coming to table again, we're gonna do the same breathing we just did, but we're gonna incorporate cat-cow. So movement of the spine as we're doing this. So as you inhale, melt your chest towards the floor, pulling your shoulder blades together, lifting your head and tail. And then as you exhale, round your back, pressing the floor away from you. Good, and inhale, melt the chest, lifting head and tail, keeping your arms straight. And as you exhale, round. So think about rounding evenly through your entire spine, low, middle, and upper back. And again, inhale, melt the chest. And exhale, round. We'll do a couple more times. Inhale, melt your chest, lifting head and tail. And exhale, round. Good, one more. Inhale, melt your chest. And exhale, round. Good, on your next inhale, come back to neutral spine. And we'll take child's pose once again. So if you need your blocks, go ahead and grab them. And we'll just settle here for a moment, taking a breath, because that can be a lot of work holding up this new body. Good. From here, let's go back to table. And we're going to do bird dog. So if it's getting to be a little much on your knees, you can always take a towel or a blanket across your mat to give a little extra cushioning under the knees. So from here, table position, we're gonna stretch the left leg back, and I want you to make sure you keep your head in line with your spine. There's no reason to look back at that foot. So head in line with the spine, and using the strength of your left glutes, lift that leg off the floor. Keep pulling your belly button up so that we're not arching too much in the low back. And you can either stay here, or if you'd like, you can extend the right arm forward. And we'll just take a couple breaths here. Good. One more. And exhale, release. Good. Other side, stretch the right leg back. And right away, think about scooping the tailbone, lifting the belly button, and using the strength of your glutes as you lift that right leg, maybe extending the left arm forward, thumb facing up. And we'll take a couple breaths here. Good, one more time. And release, nice. Good, from here, go ahead and untuck your toes, and we're just gonna stretch out our forearms. So you can take your palms to the floor, fingers facing towards you, and we're just gonna rock forward and back, gently stretching out our forearms. If you want more of a stretch, you can move your knees back a little further, and that'll just increase the stretch a little bit. So just rocking forward and back, getting that stretch in the forearms. A couple more times. Nice. And release. Good. Shake it out. And now, just to counterbalance that, we're going to take the backs of our hands to the floor. Good. Just so you can see what's happening. Backs of the hands. And then just gently rock side to side. Just a few times. Just doing the opposite of what we just did. And you can settle back to center. Release. Shake it out. Cool. Let's go ahead and do some lunging. Not exercise lunging. So from here, back in table position, I want you to step the right leg forward. So for me, it's more comfortable to have both hands on the inside of that leg rather than the same arm on the outside of the leg, but you can do either. And you can always use your blocks if you need to bring the floor closer to you. So from here, we're just gonna take a couple breaths in the low lunge position. So pull that right hip back, left hip forward, reach through the crown of your head. And we'll just take a couple breaths here. Good again. And exhale. Nice, take your left hand out to the side, fingers pointing away from you, and reach up with that right arm, getting a nice twist, pulling this left shoulder onto your back. So we have a little bit of a back bend. Keep pulling that right hip back, left hip forward. And exhale, bring that arm down. Good, let's go to the other side. So go ahead and switch through table. Left foot comes forward for low lunge, taking whichever variation you did on the first side. We'll take a couple breaths here. So pull that left hip back, right hip forward. Nice. Let's do one more breath in this position. Good, and from here, take your right hand out to the side, fingers pointing away from you, and we'll stretch up with the left arm. So keep this right shoulder on your back rather than letting it collapse inward. So we want to get a little bit of a back bend in the upper body. Take a couple breaths here, keep pulling that left hip back. That'll give us even more of a stretch in the front of the right hip. And exhale, bring that down. Nice. Go ahead and make your way back to table. And from here, we're gonna go ahead and have a seat. So bound angle pose. So taking the soles of the feet together, holding onto your ankles, sit up nice and tall, and we're just gonna circle our torso here. Good. Just making nice big circles. Cool, let's go the other way. Breathing evenly. And of course, only doing what feels good for you. Settle back to center. Go ahead and take your right hand to the floor. And we're gonna reach up and over, stretching the left side of the body. So I want you to push down to the ground with your right hand so that you can stretch more into the left side of the body as you reach towards the right. Good, really lengthening both sides of the body, but really feeling a nice stretch in that top side. Inhale to come back up. Let's do the other side. Good, so pressing down into the ground with your left hand to lift into that right side of the body. Really stretch that out. Good. And inhale to come up, nice. Good, so from here, I want to just stretch out our neck. So you can just come to an easy seat. And if you want, you can always sit up on your blocks or a blanket just to give your hips a little more space, whatever feels comfortable for you. So go ahead and clasp your hands behind your back. Bring your hands over to the left side of your body. So hopefully you can see what's happening here. Left side of the body, sitting up nice and tall, and just tilt your head to the left. Getting a nice stretch in the right side of the neck. Good. Always moving slowly with this stretch because this is a deep neck stretch. It feels really good though. Good, another couple breaths here. It makes me sleepy too. And inhale to come back up could also be the weather. It's very rainy here in Atlanta. Let's go over to the other side. So hands over to the right side of the body and tilt your head to the right, stretching out the left side of your neck. Oh, that feels nice. Good. And one more breath here. And inhale to come back up. Exhale, release your arms, shake it out. Cool. We are almost done. Go ahead and inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, twist towards the right. Inhale, come back to center, lengthening your spine. Exhale, twist towards the left. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, arms down. Good. Go ahead and switch the cross of your legs. We're going to do that again, but with the other leg crossed. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, twist towards the left. Inhale, both arms up. And exhale, twist towards the right. Inhale, both arms up. And exhale, arms down. Very nice, y'all. So from here, you can either take a couple minutes to meditate or maybe do some breathing, just like we did in that first table pose, where we were just letting the belly expand and the pelvic floor relax. It's really nice, relaxing work, but it's also very beneficial for the pelvic floor. So you can do that, or you can get up and be done and go about your day or get into bed, wherever you are right now. It's totally fine. So thank you for practicing with me, and I will see you next time. Make sure you check out my other YouTube videos. I have some not prenatal, I have some prenatal, but like I said, the prenatal ones are perfectly fine for people who are not pregnant. Thanks, y'all.